You join me from the beautiful location of a boatyard car park. This is where we're going to spend the night tonight. Amy's not with me because she has a work trip, so I thought instead of sitting in front of the TV, let's do something a bit more interesting. So I hopped on to Park for Night and had a look and see what was around the area, and this came up. It's just a little car park. You pay £15 for the evening. Well, 24 hours actually, but we'll just be here for 12 hours. I've hopped straight from work and we're in Gorran Haven, which is just outside St Austell. And it has a beautiful beach, which is just down the road. So we'll take you to that in a minute. Now, because it's just me, this caddy I think is going to feel palatial tonight because I've got so much room. I've set up the bed just in the singular mode. That means I can just chuck a sleeping bag down, and then that gives me all of this room at the side here. And I've even got a loo with me this time, or toilet for those who aren't from the UK, but that is an absolute winner. There are some facilities down the road apparently, but I have a feeling they may get locked up, so it's better to have this as a backup in a place like this where you're never sure of what you're going to find. We've never done that before, and we've always relied on other things because we normally stay at campsites. So this is a bit different for me. Also, I've never stayed in the van on my own before, so this will be a new experience. Now the plan is to head down to the beach in a minute. There's a main beach in Gorran Haven which gets really busy, and then there's a beach around the corner which I'm hoping might be a little bit less busy. I've come on probably the hottest day of the year so far, so I don't hold out much hope for it being quiet, but we'll see. We'll try anyway, and I'm definitely going to get in the sea because it being baking hot, it's going to be an ideal time for that. It's absolute chaos in here. The shorts are on. I'm ready to go. So this behind me is the main Gorran Haven beach. You see, it's absolutely stunning. And to be fair, it's a lot quieter than I expected to be on a day like today. But if you walk this path a bit further around, which I'm heading up now, it goes up and around the coast. You'll see the beach in a minute. I'm hoping it'll be even better than this one. Well, that was a longer walk than I remember. And it's 6:30 and it's boiling hot, which is wonderful. But wait till you see this beach. Now, if ever there was a reason to get out and do things on a weekday evening, it's this. It's just superb. It was a bit of a walk to get around here, but mine was worth it. There's like one other person right at the other end of the beach, and there's one end at the other end of the beach here, and in the middle there's just me and nothing. It's just absolutely superb. So yeah, I'm going to sit here for a minute and then we're going to get in the sea. First time in a very long time that I've been actually happy to get in the water because of how hot it is out here. It's just stunning, absolutely stunning. It's so nice to be in the water. I've just seen a little jellyfish, so I'm keeping an eye out for them. But you get warm currents in the water. It's just so lovely. Beautiful here today. I think this is what people think of when they think of Cornwall. And it's not always like that, and unlike this, believe me. But when it is like this, it is just phenomenal. You can't really beat it. Yeah, those warm currents are definitely bringing in the jellyfish. There are a lot around, so just got to keep an eye out for them. Make sure I don't get stung, because that won't be quite as nice of a dip today. Well, that was a sensational success and an amazing swim. Probably the best swim I've had all year. Just what a location. And absolutely no one else here. Just topped it off. And tonight's trip is basically 12 hours from when I finish work to when I go back. So my 5 to 9 after my 9 to 5 sort of vibe. So I finished work and I come down here. About 6:30 I got all packed up, came down here. I've got a beach swimming. And then I'm going to go get some food, have a little sleep there, wake up, make breakfast where I camped. And then I've got to get all that in before I head back to the house and get ready for work. But I'm just trying to make the most of these sort of evenings because it's easy to just let these slip by. I can easily have just got on the sofa, watch some telly or, whatever you normally do of an evening. But instead, you could be doing stuff like this. And I appreciate not everyone has this on their doorstep, but it doesn't mean you can't get out and enjoy whatever you have around you. There's so much to see in the UK. We've got it all on our doorstep. And with that, I've got to leave this beach behind. I'm going to get some food. I've just come back around the headland, back into the sunshine. It's beautiful. And Gorran Haven looks amazing in this light. It's absolutely stunning. I was going to come back a different way, but when I looked at it, it was like half little roads that I'm walking down, so I'd rather not do that. So just come back the same way, and I'm glad I did, to be honest, because this view looking back is wonderful. I've just gone past the toilets, which are not too far away from the car park where I'm parked, just down the hill a bit. But it would be a bit of a trek in the middle of the night, so it's nice to have that toilet in the van if I need it. I'm just tucked in between these two boats that apparently aren't going to move this evening, but the guys have just been to pick up the gig rowing boats from over there, so I think they'll be back later. But apart from that, I think it's a really, really quiet little site here. Once this car park quietens out and everyone leaves for the evening, it'd be pretty nice down here. It's the end of the line, this road, so it doesn't go anywhere else, so I can't see the traffic being very loud either, so I'm expecting a really nice night. Right, I put some trousers on, good start. And now checking out snacks. I've got these very bougie crisps, and equally bougie, giving it 0%, is the Guinness on show here. Be nice in a minute. So the food area is prepped. Look at him go. And I was going to have bagels in the morning, but I thought, why are we letting breakfast gatekeep bagels? So I'm going to have bagels right now. I'll tell you what, for a 0%, that absolutely is incredible. Not really doing it justice with the old plastic glass, but it still goes. Just a cheeky 14 rashers of bacon. Only 2 eggs. Just being a refined gentleman, I have found a napkin. And this is a bagel. I did flip the egg to try and avoid a egg exploding in the van situation, so that would be nice. And I did forget sauce, so that's a bit of a nightmare, but cheers. Definitely not just for breakfast. Right, well, that's dinner sorted. That was pretty easy and not a lot to wash up when I get back. So let's get the bed ready. Done. I think given usually in an evening I'm pretty cold, I tend to be quite a cold person. I'm still in a t-shirt. I think it's going to be quite a warm night, so I'm probably going to be overly warm in this setup. I've cracked the windows, but we'll see what it's like in the night. The sun's starting to go down now. It's getting a little bit darker out, so I think I'm going to get ready for bed. It's been a nice evening. That's what I've sort of packed quickly to leave this evening. I got all my swimming stuff and my food, but then I didn't really bring anything to do, you know, and it's just me here. So I've just been having a watching the sun go down, listening to the birds, and not really doing a lot. When I'm at home, I always find things to do and I like to be busy. But when you've got nothing here, it does make you stop and just sort of think and not rush around, and that's sometimes quite nice. Get ready for bed now, so I'll see you in the morning. Good morning, and what a morning we have woken up to. It is absolutely stunning out here. It was a pretty good night's sleep. Absolutely silent here. Didn't hear a thing. No one came by. No one walked past. No one drove past. It was absolutely silent. Pretty good temperature with the windows down. I was a little bit worried because it did feel quite warm when I went to bed, but as the temperature dropped, it was absolutely fine. The only thing I did forget was the old pillow, so I ended up sleeping with a balled up fleece, i.e. this fleece, and that could have been more comfortable, I've got to admit. But aside from that, and if I'd actually brought the pillow, I think I would have had an excellent night's sleep here. We are sort of packed up now. It's just gone 6 a.m. and I've just got the kettle going, so I'm just going to grab some breakfast before I get going to work, basically. And I've even got milk this time, actual milk, because normally we just have milk powder. But again, because I've got the cool box, it makes it a little bit easier. I can actually bring proper milk, so that'd be nice. Just realised I had pillows in the roof box above me. That would have been comfortable. Well, this has felt like a bit of a whirlwind, this 12 hours. It's gone so quickly, but I'm so glad I did it, because honestly, it's felt like I've been on holiday. It's just a strange feeling that just leave the normal day job in the evening and I've come out here and it feels like so disconnected. I've not thought about work once, except now when I realise I'm nearly late. So I better get going in a second, but it's just so nice to step away from things and forget it, and it feels like I'm on holiday. Like I said, I've woken up to this morning and I'm a little bit disappointed that I don't get to go and adventure and explore somewhere else, to be honest. I think that's the only downside, but I'll grab my coffee and then I guess get going. I think what I really want to say is to everyone thinking about sort of doing these things and never doing them, just do them, because it always works out. I always feel better after I've done it. It's a little bit like going for a run or going to the gym or something like that. You feel like you should do it, but you find ways not to, and you find reasons not to. You find things that you should be doing. Of course, we've all got stuff going on, but sometimes I think it's really important just to step away and do that thing for yourself, whatever it might be, and just take that time, because it makes such a difference. And with that, let's head to work. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope you'll like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.